Hi, I'm Jackson.
I'm Lauren.
And this is Who It At?
The Masked Singer
And Dancer
Podcast.
Hello,
everybody.
And welcome to...
We didn't talk about this. Who It At? The Masked Singer, Dancer Universe Podcast.
The Masked Universe Podcast, I guess, because they said Masked Universe tonight.
They did. Well, I thought about saying that, but it also
the
would take
Masked
out
Universe.
the singer and dancer keywords, which is my biggest hesitation.
No, sure. I hear that. But... welcome back. It's been what? It's been 2 weeks?
It's been like 2 weeks. We had a brief hiatus.
Yeah, we hope all of you had a good Christmas.
Yeah, or whatever
happy
holiday
holidays.
you celebrate.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming up on the new year, so we hope you're writing down your resolutions, getting ready for hopefully a soon-to-be COVID-free 2021.
Ooh,
Fingers
we'll
crossed.
See.
Yeah, but...
maybe halfway through.
yeah, but if you have nothing else to look forward to, you have the Masked Dancer to look forward to, and... you
the
have
Masked
us to
Dancer
look to.
Podcast.
The Masked Dancer
Boom.
Podcast. The official Masked Dancer Podcast.
You know what? Is Lil Bow Wow branching out to the Masked Dancer?
I'm sure
I don't know.
I'm sure he's not.
So we're the official Masked Dancer Podcast. There we go.
Exactly.
In
That's
the
us. We took it. In case you're new, in case some people are finding us...
yeah, in
just
case you
off of-
you just decided to watch The Masked Dancer and you didn't watch The Masked Singer or something like that, welcome.
Yeah, I'm Jackson.
I'm Lauren.
And we are two young 20-somethings out in Los Angeles. We're both pursuing acting careers. We're both originally... we're originally from North Carolina. You, I guess,
I mean,
technically
I was like born
originally
in
from
Pittsburgh, but yeah, I didn't really live there.
Yeah, grew up in North Carolina, went to college in North Carolina, came out here pursuing acting careers, and we loved the Masked Universe. We love the Masked Singer, and now we are learning to love the Masked Dancer and all that comes with it. A few quick housekeeping things before we continue. Find us on Instagram and Twitter at TGL_pod. It'll say Who Is That? The Masked Singer Podcast. We might figure out a new name. Maybe just keep it. We'll figure it out. And then who is that pod at gmail.com if you have any questions, comments, or concerns and want to email us. Also, we have another podcast, The Green Light, that will be linked in the description.
Right.
Watch that if you like
Watch it.
movies, TV... listen to it if you like movies, TV shows, and new plays and screenplays, and you want to hear us act a little bit.
Cool stories.
Because you get to hear
every
us.
week.
Yeah. And we interview, too. So interview people, writers. Bleh.
Bleh.
But
Anyway.
That's it.
Yeah, those are all our big things.
All right, folks. Good night. We'll see you next... No, I'm kidding.
Wait, hold on. So Masked Dancer, brand new show.
Mm-hmm.
This episode got me
Overall
really
thoughts.
excited.
I'm
for
pretty
this
excited,
season.
too.
I think that they're doing enough to differentiate it from The Masked Singer.
Yeah.
I really loved the opening and the transitions throughout with, like, there were some cheerleaders in there.
Yeah.
You know, doing stunts in the background. That was pretty
ironically felt more theatrical than The Masked Dancer.
You mean
The Masked Singer. Sorry, I'm going to do that so much. It felt a little more theatrical than The Masked Singer.
I agree,
Because I felt like the transitions were more, like they had some like host transitions with Craig where they were dancing.
Well, because they don't really do a lot in terms of transitions in The Masked Singer. It's kind of just like performance, maybe Nick Cannon talking, clue package.
Exactly.
You know?
And I'm not sure if they're trying to overcompensate because it's a new show and they're just trying to get everyone to like it and to be hyped about it, but I enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed it.
And, of course, let's sort of talk about who will be on this journey with us of The Masked Dancer. So, Craig Robinson is the host.
Yeah.
You might recognize Craig probably most famously on The Office. Mm-hmm. He's a comedian. He's also been in a bunch of movies, things like that. Then we have our panel. If you watched The Masked Singer, then you will recognize Ken Jeong as one of the panelists. Also, if you watch The Masked Singer, you will recognize Brian Austin Green as one of the contestants on The Masked Singer. Yes. Ken Jeong, obviously a comedian, actor, doctor as well. Also former UNC alumnus, so shout out Ken. Then Brian Austin Green, also actor, famously on 90210. You also have...
just Robin's friend.
Yes, Robin's friend. Robin Thicke's friend. You also have Paula Abdul, known as a dancer, and also singer and judge of American Idol, correct?
Yes,
it was
I think.
Paula Randy Simon, right?
That sounds right.
Okay, cool. And then finally, Ashley Tisdale, known mostly for being an actress, but also sings and dances as well.
Yeah.
Famously in the High School Musical series.
Voice actor and Phineas and Ferb.
True. And yeah, those are the hosts and panelists. What did you think of hosts and panelists, Lauren, to start?
I was a big fan. I mean, I love Ashley Tisdale. I always love Ken Jeong. I don't really know what Brian Austin Green is going to add to this panel.
Yeah.
Paula Abdul seems great too. And I think that it's good that we have one dancer.
Yeah.
I mean, because Ashley Tisdale is definitely a solid mover. She did High School Musical. We know she can dance.
Yeah.
But I think Paula Abdul is more of a dancer.
Paula Abdul, dance, professional dancer.
Yeah.
I think is the only professional dancer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I truthfully, I think they missed a little bit of getting to know the panelists. I feel like we didn't really get a chance. We kind of jumped
right into it.
Yeah, we didn't have a time to be introduce yourself, Brian. So I feel like, because we know Ken and we know Ashley Tisdale just from childhood and watching things, but I would and Paula Abdul kind of too, but I would have liked to just hear about how they are now and just give them a chance to talk about the show. So maybe they'll do that next episode or something.
Also, too, Ashley Tisdale, she did kind of mention it a little bit because she was like, I don't know if it's the baby, but that performance made me emotional.
Yes.
And at the beginning, I don't know. I just that's just an exciting thing to share that she's pregnant,
No,
and
totally.
I was like, I think that it could have been fun for all the judges to have that time.
Yeah, totally. So maybe they'll do that next time, but if you listen, Masked Dancer, we're giving you some notes. Craig Robinson as a host, what did you think?
I cannot wait to see more. I think he is so fun. I don't know. I just think he's so much more, I think Nick Cannon is charming enough, but Craig Robinson is just very, very charming.
Yeah, I loved Craig. And we were talking about this a bit before we started recording, but I think one thing that I really liked about Craig is I feel like he made it his own.
Yeah.
I feel like even when he was reading off the script, he was very unique in the way he delivered lines and the way he said things. I really appreciated that.
Sorry, I just yawned. He was kind of dancing out with the, he had a kind of marching band uniform on.
Mm-hmm.
He just seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, totally. And I think he's going to be a great host. Gonna really enjoy him. Obviously, always enjoyed him as Daryl on The Office.
Of course.
So I'm excited to see more of him, and I hope he gives us another musical number like he did on the Masked Singer.
Yeah,
because he's such a fantastic singer.
I want to see him dance.
Yeah.
He proved he could sing.
Well, do you remember that one episode of The Office? Actually, it was think when they had the whole thing of Daryl. He was quitting and taking the job with Jim at Athlete.
Yes, I do remember that.
And then they had that dance party with Daryl.
No.
Because he was everyone wanted to do things with him before he left. And he was all right, y'all get one thing. You get to decide what it is, but it's only one. And they decided they wanted to do a dance party with him. And he danced, and he moved well. He really did.
Okay, I might have to go back and watch that.
Yeah, if you're an Office fan or not, and you don't remember that clip, go back and watch it because it's very good. He moves, man. He's a good mover. So yeah, I'd really like to see him do that.
Yeah.
But yes, any other notes you have about the show overall before we dive into individual performances?
Overall, I will say one thing that I don't necessarily love. So they're doing a thing where in the clue packages, whenever there's something that they're this is a clue, they do a little sparkly circle around it. Did you notice that?
Did they do that for everyone?
Well, they literally said right at the beginning, when you see this, that means it's a clue.
Oh.
Before the Hammerhead's clues went. I don't know. It just made me feel like I was on Dora the Explorer a little bit.
Sure.
I don't hate it because it tells me what to look for, but I also kind of like the suspense of the Masked Singer of being oh, literally everything in this clue package.
Well, that's interesting.
Is something.
And I feel like...
Well, because they did it with the shark fin, the iced tea,
they did.
The SpaghettiOs.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess that is a good point. I didn't notice it. I guess I just didn't. I missed that point. So I just thought they were doing that. I don't know. I treated everything as a clue because... I
mean, me too. I wrote down everything I saw.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was kind of weird to see those things being
highlighted and
yeah.
Sure.
I don't know how I felt about it.
I wonder if they're afraid because with the Masked Singer... I'm sorry, do you have somewhere to be? Sorry, if you couldn't hear, Lauren's phone just went off.
I'm sorry, I turned my sound off.
You're totally fine. No, I think with the Masked Singer, you have the crutch of hearing someone sing for 2 minutes, and so you get to hear their voice more, and especially if it's a singer, you can probably recognize their voice. With this, they don't have that, so maybe they're just trying to make it a little easier for people to guess.
Maybe they're afraid that no one will get it.
Well, and I think that's kind of the difficult part about this is, like, you can sort of get the idea of a person, like, you can probably get whether they're young or old, whether they have dance experience or not dance experience, but that's not as much as hearing someone sing and hearing their voice for a long time. So I guess I understand why they might do it. I think it'll be interesting to see, like, how obvious those clues are.
Yeah.
Because as we know,
the one this week was pretty obvious. We'll get to that later.
As I predicted, as I sniped out of thin air. Also a bit of a clue. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. But yeah, we'll see how it plays out. I like how there are clues within the performances too.
I like that. Yeah, like some of the dance moves can potentially be clues.
Yeah. Final thing for me. What do you think? Actually, I have one quick thing, and then I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
They had a lot of cinematic transitions, and I appreciated that. I thought they were cool, like sort of like we talked about with Craig, but I think it was cool how they worked to do transitions and stuff, and I don't know, it was fun.
Yeah. What was the question?
Oh, sorry, I forgot the question for a second. What do you think of Word Up?
Well, you mean just the idea of, like, we hear one word in their real voice?
The idea of it, the presentation of it. Give me your overall thoughts.
I really like the idea of it. I don't know how I feel about the presentation.
I think it's fun. Word Up.
I think it's fun.
Word Up. It's time for Word Up. I like how they give a countdown, because then it's like everybody shut up.
So we're like, yeah, exactly.
So we can hear what they're saying.
We have so many people that we live with, and now a guinea pig.
Oh,
so,
true. We just got a guinea pig in our house. Welcome, Theo.
He's an old man.
He is 6 years old.
He's balding.
He is balding a bit, but he is adorable. He's a fun little guinea pig.
He's squeaky.
Yeah, he's not that loud though, which is kind of nice.
He's not that loud.
Yeah, so we will we'll probably be talking about the adventures of Theo.
A good bit.
Do you have somewhere to be?
No, I don't, Jackson. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Anyway, but yeah, Word Up, I really like the concept of, okay, you can hear them say one word in their real voice. Because that really is a lot more helpful than I thought.
It is. It really is.
Just in terms of really trying to hone in and listen to accent and, inflection and whatever. Yeah. And it's also the word does have something to do with them as a human.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's good.
What was Cricket's word again?
Accomplished.
Accomplished.
That's the one you listen to a million times.
I've listened to a million times because I know that voice. I know that voice. But
anyway, we got to get into our performances.
Let's do it.
So
let's jump in.
Right off the bat, we had Hammerhead. We have seen him a lot in the previews for the show.
We had. It's a cool costume.
He's just a jacked Hammerhead. Yeah. I think definitely some of the muscles are a little fake. But he's mostly in kind of like a bodysuit with a Hammerhead headpiece.
Yeah. I guess how about, since when we did The Masked Singer, we already had the preview episode, so we got to talk about the costumes. Shall we start off talking about costume, then about performance, then about clues?
Clues? Sure.
Okay, cool. So what did you think of the costume?
I liked it. I think... Let me see. Let me flip back through the costumes. Yeah, I think this is my favorite costume that we saw tonight.
Wow. I think so too, actually.
Yeah,
I
think it's really cool. Yeah. It gives me kind of Rottweiler vibes.
It does.
Like in terms of coolness.
See, when we did our bonus episode or our just like mailbag episode for previously in this podcast. I don't know. I guess we shouldn't refer to this as a different podcast because it's the same thing. It's just a different show.
Yeah, it's the same feed.
It's the same feed. So when we did our mailbag episode, if you haven't listened to it, go back and listen to it. But I talked about how what I would want my costume to be, and one of them was like a jacked dolphin.
Actually,
on the beach.
Think that was on the bonus portion of the episode.
Then if you go to our Patreon, you will see our bonus portion, and I think it would be that this is similar to what I imagined. So I'll have to lab up something new.
Yeah.
But yes, so I liked it. Now let's talk about their dance, their performance, and they danced to Everybody by Backstreet Boys.
Everybody. Yep. Yeah. I wrote down solid mover.
Yeah.
He was like fine. Like definitely not a professional dancer, but I think someone who is confident enough to dance for fun.
I would say that this is probably someone young enough that they're in like they're either like, 20s, 30s, or they were a dancer at some time and have just lost it a little bit. but
fair.
I would be more likely to think it's someone young who can move.
Someone younger who can pick it up.
They were doing like some athletic movements. It wasn't as sharp as a professional dancer would.
Bit. Yeah.
And I think that's gotta be a clue. The worm.
I feel like
that is a recognizable dance move. He also did the Fortnite. Some of the Fortnite ones.
Maybe he's a gamer.
He's a gamer, maybe. A streamer? The only streamer is Ninja. And he was already on The Masked Singer.
No,
so I don't think it's him.
Look up my guess again.
Or maybe like an athlete who did that dance as a celebration or something. I don't know. But a lot of athletes are streaming nowadays, so it could be something like that. But yeah, I agree. They don't feel like a trained dancer, but they definitely had decent dancing. And it was high energy. It was probably the most high energy one we had. They were flying over the stage. They were going crazy.
Yeah. So, should we get into the clues?
Let's dive in for some clues. I guess
let's start with the word up.
Let's start with a word up.
All right. So his word was dramatic. He sounded kind of broy a little bit.
A little broy. A little broy. Yeah. The word up actually kind of contradicts what my thought was with some of the clues.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I feel like my guess is like purely from the word up. To be honest.
Okay. Yes, it was. I remember what you were talking about. Yeah. But so yeah, that gave us a little indication. Let's talk about some of the clues. The first visual clue that showed up was a burger, a soup with the word talk spelled out in a SpaghettiOs style, and then some shredded carrots, and a Joe coffee cup with a sugar cube. Hammerhead spoke of getting famous too quickly, and how it felt great at first, but it soon started to feel like the best moments were behind him. He mentioned how he shifted from who he was to who people wanted him to be. He was shown painting and surfing with a board with the letter C on it. His costume looks like a lifeguard style. His costume says Hammer Time on it. A clock was shown counting up from 6:01 to 6:05. There were also some partying clues.
Yeah. So, yeah, there are really very few things that have to do with my guess. My guess is Keith from the Try Guys.
I
don't know, purely based on voice, purely based on the level of celebrity who I think would be on this show. I think he's at the perfect level.
Sure.
BuzzFeed is right here. I also think, sorry.
No, I was just going to say, could you explain the Try Guys? Because a lot of people probably aren't familiar with
it. Sorry. So the Try Guys, I've only seen a little bit of their stuff, but it's basically like 4 guys who work for BuzzFeed, and they do these different videos where they try different things. You know, it can be anything from like hot sauce to I actually just looked up because you said he did a Fortnite dance. There is a video that's the Try Guys compete in a professional gaming tournament.
Okay.
So there's that. But anyway, they just kind of do random stuff. They actually either just came out with or are about to come out with a Try Guys movie.
Oh, interesting.
So he would have a point of like doing a promo on this show. And then the other thing was I guess you can talk about the burger. If you want, like, what kind of burger it is.
Oh, it
that
looks
you determined.
It's a burger that looks like it has coleslaw on it.
Yeah.
And I remember going to Wendy's as a young child, seeing that they had like the Carolina Classic burger as an option, and I was like, oh, that's interesting, but it's got coleslaw, so that's gross.
But yeah, like a lot of Southern burgers in North Carolina and Texas have coleslaw on them, and he is from what is it, Carthage, I think, Tennessee.
Oh. Okay, sure.
But yeah, he's from Tennessee, which qualifies as the South.
My only argument against that would be how Hammerhead talked about how they got famous too quickly. I don't know if he got famous
I do feel like the
quickly.
Try Guys blew up. Like, not necessarily that he was a child.
No, I guess, yeah. Yeah, maybe.
I mean, yeah, maybe. It's definitely a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
But also, purely based on the voice, I was like, this is the guy.
Yeah. He also feels like he's probably like 5'10" maybe, and wasn't the guy you were talking about was kind of tall?
I mean, let me look up his height.
Okay, cool. See, there were a few things for me. One of our Jesus Christ. One of our housemates actually mentioned Mikey Day from Saturday Night Live, and I don't know if the clues match up, but the voice kind of matched up. See, I feel like this is where it's gonna get tough. We think we have something with the voice, and it doesn't match up with the clues, but we want to go with it anyways. But I liked the guess of Zac Efron just because they talked about how he started out quickly, felt great at first. He started to feel like, you know, he shifted from who he was to people who he wanted him to be.
Yeah.
And his shows, when he did his Netflix show Down to Earth with Zac Efron, he talked a lot about stuff like that, about how he got famous super quickly and et cetera, and how it sort of took a toll on him. And just in other interviews that he did. Obviously, there's like the lifeguard whole deal, and he was in Baywatch, which feels a bit obvious. So that is my guess, but it didn't sound like Zac Efron at all, really.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what the dramatic. I don't know what that would mean. I don't know what the burger would mean or anything else. So.
I had also thought they did guess Joe Jonas. I don't think it's Joe, but I think it could be Kevin.
Think it could be Kevin?
Just purely based on the voice.
Yeah, so
he sounded kind of goofy.
Yeah, the judges' guesses were Joe Jonas, Zac Efron, and Carrot Top, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Carrot Clues. I don't know if he blew up so quickly, but... And I think it is interesting. This person does feel athletic, but I don't know if they're, like, as ripped as this shark costume alludes to. Because it looks like pretty much all of the muscles are fake.
Yeah. It is hard to tell exactly what's real and what's fake, but there are definitely some fake ones there.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Those are our guests so far for Hammerhead. Do you have anything else you want to talk about with Hammerhead? I see you laughing over there. I see you looking at stuff.
I don't think I have anything else for Hammerhead.
Okay.
But it is nice to confirm based on that article that the thing going in the cup of Joe was sugar.
Was it? Yeah.
I did not know what it was. I thought it was a note or something.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to tell because it looked huge. Like, it didn't feel like it was just a single sugar cube.
I don't know. I'm trying to do, like, talk soup. Talk SpaghettiOs.
Oh.
Talk, because it was talk, not tail.
That I was.
Talk.
The only thing I was gonna say is, Joel McHale had a clip show, not really a talk show, but he had a show called The Soup. This isn't Joel McHale because Joel McHale's like 6'4", but I wonder if it was someone who there were a lot of celebrities who made a lot of appearances on The Soup.
That's fair. Also, Keith from the Try Guys is 6'3".
Yeah, it's not Keith, unfortunately.
Shut up!
I'm sorry, but it's not Keith.
Also, Eugene from the Try Guys is 6 foot even.
Which one's Eugene? Is Eugene
the hot one?
Is
yes,
Eugene
is
the hot one, Lauren?
One.
God.
Okay.
Speaking of hot ones, I'm looking up really quickly celebrities who were on The Soup. Nope. None of these made sense.
Oh,
okay. Well. Let's move on. That was our guesses for Hammerhead. If you have any guesses, let us know.
Yeah. In iTunes reviews or tweets or emails.
Oh, true. Do we have any new iTunes reviews?
No, I checked.
Oh.
Anyway, moving on to our next contestant, Tulip.
Tulip. Let's talk about the costume first, Lauren. What did you think of the way Tulip looked?
I like the costume. I will say I didn't really like the headpiece very much.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, it just kind of looked a little Party City cheapy. But the rest of the costume I thought was great. You know, I really liked the kind of leaves to make an outfit. I don't know, I thought it looked really nice. Definitely allowed room for a lot of movement.
For sure.
She was definitely one of the better dancers we saw, for sure.
I would say.
Possibly the best
that
we saw tonight.
Easily top 3, I would say. Yeah. Probably 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And so let's talk about their dance. They danced to...
Oh, I didn't write down the
Fergalicious
song.
by Fergie.
Ah, that's right.
Yes.
And they tapped, which, okay, so I want to say something about the tapping because I grew up taking tap lessons. I continued taking them in college.
Yep.
While I'm not very good at moving my upper body, I guess the way I want to, I tend to just focus on my feet.
Lauren took
I'm a pretty solid tapper.
Lessons
like I think I took lessons for like 10, 12 years
she
total,
is very good.
including college.
I think you're an outstanding tapper, Lauren. Don't
thank you.
Sell yourself short.
Thank you. But anyway, so coming from my tap background, what I noticed here is that while her steps were clean, she was not doing anything very difficult.
Sure.
And I think that if she was like a tapper on the level of like someone who was in 42nd Street, or something like that, like a Broadway tapper,
no, for sure,
I think, or like a Rockette, something like that, she would have done more difficult moves to show that off. So, but then looking at her upper body moves, it very much looked like what a gymnast would do. You know, like you see floor routines in the Olympics, and they'll do like a run where they do a bunch of tumbling, and then they'll kind of do a little bit of dancing, and the upper body just really looked like those kinds of poses that gymnasts do. Yeah. So I think that maybe this could be a gymnast who maybe took tap when she was a kid, something like that, who kind of picked it back up as a way to distract you a little bit from what her upper body was doing.
Sure. Okay, cool.
That's my guess.
Okay, yeah.
Might be reading into this.
Okay, sure, but we will see. In that case, let us sort of talk about some of the clues.
Yeah.
So there were visuals that included an alarm that said tick tock on the clock. Maybe. A cereal box labeled mini seeds with 11 vitamins and minerals, a Mount Laurel school diploma, and what appeared to be mac and cheese. There were clues showing Glee Club and Acrobatics Club. She said her confidence tumbled after being teased growing up. She was shown clicking red shoes together 3 times, as in The Wizard of Oz. She mentioned Stranger Things and said we were all in this together while a rainbow was shown.
Yes.
Who are you thinking, Lauren?
So...
Who you got on your mind?
Okay, so I had a couple different potential options. At first, I had thought, I don't know why, but right off the bat, me and our housemate Will... saw her before she even started dancing and we're like, kind of looks like Kristen Chenoweth.
Yeah.
But Tulip is short, but she's not that short. And when she spoke, I don't remember what her word was, but it did not sound like Kristen Chenoweth. She has a very distinct voice. We thought maybe it sounded more like Simone Biles, but at the same time, Simone Biles is even shorter than Kristen Chenoweth.
Simone Biles is very short.
And we think Tulip is probably more like 5'3", 5'4", that kind of height, as opposed to like 4'8", 4'10".
I agree.
So that being said, I kind of want to maybe go back to one of my former Masked Singer guesses, Michaela Maroney, who was, I think, Jenny's guess that I stole from her. But
that's all right.
Yeah, but Michaela Maroney, there were a lot of Wizard of Oz clues. I don't really necessarily know how that would connect. I tried to look stuff up and couldn't find anything solid. I had also thought maybe, because when I was looking up stuff with Michaela Maroney, I came across some people who thought it was Mackenzie Ziegler, I don't know, from Dance Moms. She has a sister named Maddie, who is also famous from Dance Moms. And she, I guess, played Dorothy in a winter-themed stage production of The Wizard of Oz. So that would make sense. I think my only hesitation would be that I think she's a solid dancer, but I don't know if she's professional dancer. You know?
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like it's someone who became an athlete but danced while they were young.
Yeah.
So they still have that experience.
Which would definitely give me gymnast vibes.
Well, exactly. A few clues that stuck out to me were the Mount Laurel school thing. That's a school. Mount Laurel's in New Jersey. So I don't know if that helps us at all. And then the TikTok on the clock. So this is probably Kesha. And then, I'm kidding. But then there was the 11 vitamins and minerals. And I'm wondering if that 11, I feel like, corresponds to something.
Maybe.
Maybe 11, metals. Perhaps?
Well, they also literally said something about her confidence tumbling,
and that also makes me think.
Okay,
because I feel like tumbling is a term that some people know, but not everyone know. So it would be
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I did a little bit of competitive cheer growing up, so I definitely know that. But yeah, I guess in my head that was just something that was more common lingo, but I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's something that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. They also said something about Stranger Things, which could very well just be a red herring.
Sure.
Yeah, there was a rainbow, maybe another Oz thing.
Yeah.
They said all in this together at the end. There was a field of what looked like maybe dandelions.
Okay.
At the end, they mentioned Glee Club and also Acrobatics Club.
Yes.
So I think the judges guessed, what's her name? Brittany from Glee, I think. The girl who played Brittany. Heather Morris.
Queen.
But yeah. There was also mini seeds instead of mini wheats. There was a cereal box, which again lends itself to being an athlete, someone on a cereal box.
Totally.
Definitely giving me kind of this is our Chloe Kim of this show this season. You know what I mean?
So,
a lot of the clues seem really similar. So I think it's fair to guess someone that I guessed for jellyfish.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Hold on. I'm looking. Don't look at me.
Okay.
Don't look at me. Okay.
But anyway.
Oh.
What?
I am gonna go with another gymnast.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with one Allie Raisman.
I do remember her.
And she has 11 gold medals.
That's fair. How tall is she?
Between things. 5'2". I feel like that could scan.
That's doable.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think so. What were some of the other clues?
That's a good guess. Let's see. Mount Laurel, so maybe New Jersey. There were eggs and then
Massachusetts.
cracked eggs. Like, there were scrambled eggs, and then there was an egg that cracked in the ground.
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz clues. She clicked her heels 3 times. There was a rainbow. Glee Club, Acrobatics Club.
Yeah, none of these really make sense besides that one. But we'll see.
Okay.
I'll go Allie Raceman.
We'll see. No, I think that's a very solid guess.
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
so we have 2 gymnasts that were there at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
So, boom.
All right, moving on to cricket.
Cricket.
So cricket costume, what'd you think, Lauren?
I like this costume. It kind of
It's
gives me
fun.
like, okay, in Act 2 of Wicked, when Fiyero joins like the Wizard's Guard and he has that green and gold outfit
Okay.
vibes. That's
Sure,
what this
yeah.
is.
Well-
he has a crown. It's very sparkly, kind of like royal looking.
No, sure. I think it was funny because when I rewatched the clue package, I saw it begins with him like peeking out from behind trees in the woods, and I
And
was
there
like,
were 4
oh,
of him. I counted.
it kind of feels like Into the Woods, like that kind of style of costume.
Okay.
So I just thought that was fun. I like it too. I think it's cool. I think it's nice, etc.
Yeah, the face is a little scary.
A bit unsettling, but that's fine.
fun.
We kind of need to be scared a little bit by some of these costumes. So Cricket Cricket danced to Jump, parentheses, For My Love, by the Pointer Sisters. What did you
Yes.
think of Cricket's performance?
Now I'm trying to remember. What did I think of Cricket's performance? Did I
Well,
write anything down?
So Cricket was the first person who we were like, okay, they're probably a little old. They seem on the
Yeah.
older side because Cricket was not moving that much.
Yeah.
They were,
True.
yeah, they were pretty tall. We think this person is probably
Cricket,
like 6'4",
standing
maybe
next to
6'5".
Craig Robinson was like just as tall, if not taller.
I think he was a little bit taller. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this person does seem a little tall. And they were fine. Like it's just like all the moves felt like small,
No, I agree.
Like
I agree.
so I feel like there's someone a little bit older, not like super old, not like the person who got out, but maybe like 40s, 50s, I would be willing to bet. But their performance was fine. Like I didn't hate it. I would be willing to guess they might go out next week if this is like the group.
Yeah, well, and I think we're seeing Group B next week. I think we're seeing everyone else next
So
week.
like whenever they perform next, I wouldn't be surprised if we find out who they are.
Yeah, I agree.
Is what I'll say. But I didn't hate watching their performance.
Yeah.
yeah,
Let me
go through the
see. So their
clues.
word, as we mentioned before, was accomplished.
Oh my god.
And Jackson swears he knows this voice
I listened to this 40 times.
before we started recording.
I swear I know that voice. Either it is like a comedian who has done some acting, or it is a sports announcer, because that voice I have heard, and I'm it's probably gonna hit me at like 3 a.m. I'm gonna jolt awake and Lauren's gonna be like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "I know who Cricket is," but I don't know. I've heard that voice. I just can't pin it down,
Well,
and I'm
see-
so upset.
And hearing him say accomplished gave me a vibe that he had an accent. And Jackson did not get that vibe.
I didn't get that vibe. No.
But anyway, so yeah, let's go through some of the clues.
Let's do it.
Okay, so first of all, we saw 4 of him peeking out behind trees.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a clue or not. It was not outlined though. He went to Vegas. He has a crown on. He went to a casino on a slot machine or something. It said he won. I'm trying to do the zeros. $90,210,000, which
Yeah.
has 90210 in it.
90210.
He said he had bad luck with love. There was a number 12. I don't remember when that came in.
That was when it was like that was the number that was like for his food, and it was the cricket on the thing on the tray.
Oh, right. Yes,
Yeah.
number 12. He did the slot machine and he won when he was talking about, winning in his love life. He got 3 10s that were gold.
Yeah.
He said that he and his wife are the ultimate power couple. He was her apprentice. She taught him the art of balance. I believe that was what the apprentice thing was.
Yeah.
And the only other things I wrote down were the costume kind of gave me Elf vibes.
Okay.
Like for the movie Elf, same color scheme.
Sure.
Maybe a little older, very tall, and there was a lot of neon stuff in the background of the dance.
Okay. Sure.
Oh, and also another interesting thing that might come into play, he had like a little silver stud on his teeth.
Yeah, he did.
And so I don't know if that means like someone who has a really like well known for their smile.
Sure.
Something like that. That's what Brian Austin Green thought it might be, one of his 90210 castmates.
Yeah.
So we don't really know. I purely just based on the thought that we thought, okay, maybe an athlete, someone taller, maybe a little bit older, and I think he might have an accent.
Okay.
I said Roger Federer, the tennis player. He's 6'1".
Okay.
But he might be getting a little bit of height from shoes and or the antenna.
Sure.
Maybe. And I don't know, just camera work. He and his wife are a power couple for sure.
Okay.
Let me see what else. I don't know what the 12 would be. What do you have, Jackson?
I had something, but I think they're too tall. So something with the 10-10-10 made me think of, because I was thinking sports, and I was thinking like what could that be? 10-10-10 is like a triple double in basketball. Like if you have over 10 points, over 10 rebounds, over 10 assists, or over any 10 statistical category, it's called a triple double. So I thought basketball, and then I was like, who could that be? And then I thought of someone who's known for their smile in basketball, who's like been a commentator, who's been on like shows and stuff. And I thought of Rick Fox. I don't know if you know who Rick Fox is.
No.
But he's 6'7". So he might just be a little too tall for this.
Yeah, I think 6'7" might be.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'd have to listen to Rick Fox talk and then see. But yeah, I don't know. That's my guess for now. I think he's too tall, but that's sort of what I'm thinking. I don't even know. Rick Fox was a good basketball player. I don't think he was known for his triple doubles though.
I don't know.
I don't know. What was your? But he is like he's Canadian Bahamian, so the accent might make sense.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't have any more clues that lined up. I also just, for some reason, before he did the word up, but after he finished dancing, I just wrote down Michael Jordan. I don't know.
Okay.
How tall is he? He's tall.
Michael Jordan's like 6'6".
Well, what's he doing now?
Owning a basketball team and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, well, for aces could also be, I was also thinking aces in like tennis. I just feel like there's a lot of sports clues. Rick Fox did play for UNC, so I'm going to stick with Rick Fox.
Okay.
Even though I'm sure that'll be proven wrong. But yeah, so that is cricket. Next up, we are going to skip the person because they were the ones who got out.
Yes.
So we will move on to our final performance of the night, which was Exotic Bird.
Woohoo! Okay.
I don't know what came over me.
I don't know either.
Lauren, what did you think of Exotic Bird's costume?
I like the costume. Sorry, I thought you were going to say the performance. I was ready to answer a different question.
Did not.
But yeah, I like the costume. I think the name is kind of weird.
It's
that
odd.
They didn't choose like toucan, macaw, whatever types of exotic birds. They just decided to go with exotic bird.
I liked the costume, but
I liked it.
It felt like they just threw different parts of like different birds together.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was decent, though.
I thought it was cute. I like the little poof on the head. I like the wings.
The poof on the head was cute.
You know what I would love to see as a costume on one of these shows?
What would you love to see?
A puffin.
A puffin would be cute.
I love puffins.
A puffin would be really cute.
Anyway. Or a guinea pig, now that we have one.
True. More that I look back at this costume, the less I like it. So,
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just feels like a bunch of things thrown together.
It's kind of poofy on the butt, too.
Yeah.
I mean, in a bird fashion. Yeah,
sure.
I think Hammerhead's definitely my favorite out of these 5.
No, totally.
But anyway, Exotic Bird, let's talk about their performance.
Yeah. Exotic Bird danced to Con Calma by Daddy Yankee featuring Katy Perry.
Yes.
What did you think?
I thought they were pretty good. They definitely gave me the vibe of, like, maybe not someone who's a professional dancer, but more likely a musician who is toured and knows enough dance to be able to dance at a concert.
Yes. I would also like to point out this person is very tall.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, like for a woman, very tall. Yeah. Not not cricket tall.
No, totally. They were almost on par with Craig Robinson.
Yeah.
No, granted,
they were taller than the male backup dancer who was dancing with them for a lot of it.
And granted, they were wearing probably like what, 2-inch heels maybe?
Yeah, well, and then they also, we don't know exactly where their face is in this costume.
True, very true.
So they could have a little bit going above their head. But again, like they were still pretty tall.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so clues?
Clues.
Okay.
A clue.
Are you on the article?
I can be.
Okay.
I was looking up female perfume lines because that was one of their clues. So yes, there are visual clues that included a track, the number 17, a starting gun with a bang flag, a Venus flytrap, a Best Buy 07 on a carton of eggs. There were cooking clues and a broken egg. She said that she had been attacked in the past for losing, for relationships, and even for her size.
Yeah. So, okay.
Okay.
Go
Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a guess that now that I look it up, I think is a little bit of a better guess than I thought.
Oh,
so,
hit us with it.
Iggy Azalea.
Okay.
She is 5'10".
Yep.
She hasn't done anything in a while.
Yep.
She partnered with Rita Ora for Calvin Klein's Reveal perfume.
Okay.
Yeah, Iggy Azalea and Rita Ora went nude at Calvin Klein's Reveal fragrance launch.
Okay.
I don't know why. I just thought I saw something about someone making fun of her for her weight, and now I don't remember where I saw that.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, I don't know. There was something about tracks. I mean, songs.
Yeah.
There was
True.
a gun shooting out glitter. Seems pretty fancy to me. That's all I got.
Okay.
And she's tall. She's 5'10".
My only thing with Iggy Azalea is I think she just had a child.
Did she?
I think so. So I think that
like,
would be
just had a child.
Like I think literally
a week ago.
Yes. So like that would be my only hesitation with that. I don't know when this was filmed, but I don't know. I sort of fall on the side, and I was sort of thinking this even before she was guessed, because of the Venus flytrap in the clues and how tall they were. I think this could be Venus Williams. Venus Williams is 6'1", so she's super tall. And so I think that could also be...
She had a son in mid to late October.
Oh, did she?
So if this was shot after that...
Maybe. But like...
Anyway, sorry.
That would be quick post-child, I feel like.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's possible.
But she also, she wasn't like insanely thin in this.
No, sure.
Like, I think it's doable.
Yeah.
Get back out there.
Yeah. There was also a basketball shot at the end of the clue package, which I think is interesting. Maybe this person is like married to a basketball player, or even is a basketball. Like it's very possible that they were, but what part of the clues were started with a bang, so someone who was successful early.
Yeah. Well, it's also she was like not like a one-hit wonder, but like I don't know. Like she definitely, her fame in the United States at least.
Yeah, no, totally.
Like really popped off all at once.
Yeah, I would agree. Who is she? Who is Venus married to? Let's talk about that, shall we? God, there's so much about...
Anyway, there were
her.
Also... Yeah, sorry, this was the one that had the cracked egg, not...
Yes, correct.
And the scrambled egg, not the other one we were saying. Also, they mentioned Big Bird in this, and I don't know if that's a reference to someone who was on a Sesame Street episode, because they have a lot of celebrities make appearances on there.
That is true, they have so many
or
celebrities.
if it's just Bird,
Just Bird. But yeah, so I think I'll go with Venus Williams for now, as my guess.
Okay.
And you'll stick with Iggy?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with Iggy for now.
Okay, cool. I think the track clue is really interesting, though, to be honest, because I think track you would think
it makes you think athlete. Oh, there was also a number 17. She was surrounded by people in the race who were both wearing the number 17.
True.
I don't know what that means.
Maybe they got big at 17, because that would also lead to...
That's true.
Or something in 2017, but there was also a Best Buy 07. So that it makes me hesitate on Iggy Azalea too, because Iggy Azalea, I don't know how old they
younger.
were. Yeah. But
interesting.
We'll see.
Okay.
So yes, that was Exotic Bird. And now let's move on to our final contestant. The contestant who got eliminated this evening. Drumroll. Disco Ball. So what did you think of Disco Ball's costume, Lauren?
I liked it. It definitely gave me vibes like Pineapple in first season of The Masked Singer.
Yeah, I can see that. This was like fun old man vibe to me.
Yeah,
is what it felt like. So it was enjoyable. I liked it. Got the peace sign for the glasses.
Big
got the mustache. Yeah, it was fun. It was a funny costume.
Yeah.
So they danced to Uptown Funk by Mark Ronson featuring Bruno Mars. Lauren, what did you think of their performance?
You could definitely tell they were older.
They were old. That was my first thing that I said.
Down the stairs.
They did?
That was the thing. And like they didn't do a lot of dancing.
Yeah, it was a lot of there was a lot of caressing their own body, I'll say.
He's got to hold it together. No, I'm sorry. That was mean.
That was a little mean, actually. But no, it was just funny how most of the moves were very. There was some like hand movements and like.
Yeah.
It felt like not. And once again, this isn't intended to be mean.
It felt a little like they were trying to just like they choreographed the background dancers and were like, you can just do what you want.
Just vibe up there, man. And
he
so
also saluted twice, once before and once after his performance.
And one of us picked up on that and was like, hey, maybe. Did you pick up on it too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said it immediately.
I said it too, though.
Okay.
We both said it.
Picked up on it.
Well, then one of us, as in both of us. I meant to say.
That's not one.
Love me, please.
Okay.
Okay. Also, if you didn't know, Lauren and I were dating. If this is your first.
Oh yeah, we're even wearing matching
to.
shirts right now. Thanks, Mom.
We are wearing matching shirts. God, we're disgusting. Anyways, so is anything else about Disco Ball's performance?
No.
Okay, cool. Then let's talk about some of the clues.
Yeah, so his word was Grammy. I did not understand what he was saying the first 2 or 3 times.
No clue.
Until like one of the panelists said something, oh yeah, your word was Grammy. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. Do you want me to do the other ones?
Other clues?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just go through it real quick.
Okay.
So let me see. True Colors was mentioned, showing his true colors. I was like, oh, maybe that wasn't originally a Cyndi Lauper song. I don't know. There was a bone with J on it, J-bone.
J-bone.
There was a shark fin, or shark swimming through the fountain of youth. There was some iced tea being poured into a glass. There was an eagle eye, and then he saluted.
Yep.
Those were all the big things.
Yes. And this person was revealed to be, drumroll please, Ice-T.
Yeah, we definitely didn't see that in the clues.
They really spelled it out for us with the iced tea.
Well, and it's also, like, we did bring up, okay, maybe it's iced tea based on that, and also just based on his speech.
And then we both of us, Lauren and I, the two of us together, caught the clue about the saluting in the performance. So we were like, oh, this might be someone in the military. So we looked up famous celebrities who were in the military. Ice-T came up. And so we were like, that's very possible. And yeah, it turns out the clues made sense, as they often do once we know who it is. The shark fin was a reference to his character Finn on Law & Order SVU. Also the gavel, sort of a reference to that as well.
Yeah.
He played also another character called J-Bone on it.
Well, no, that
J-Bone.
was in something else. It was in the Keanu Reeves movie, right?
Well, yeah, he played another character.
Oh, I thought you meant in Law & Order.
No.
Never
Yeah, in a Keanu Reeves movie, J-Bone. Yeah, those are pretty much most of the big major clues.
I guess the eagle might have also been a reference to the
military service. Yeah. So I think it'll be interesting as we move forward. I don't know if I really saw a ton of other clues in
seemed very specific.
Yeah, or in people's like dances. I may have to go back and watch them and look out for like, oh, were there any clues in this, or where there's like is there a dance move in here that looks, familiar or whatever.
For sure.
So yeah, we'll have to check that and see. But yeah, Ice-T, legendary musical artist, legendary actor. So it was cool to see. And I wonder if do you think this will set the tone for the level of celebrities we're going to have, or do you think they wanted to go out big with like a celebrity that everyone would know?
I think it's tough because, for example, season 3 of The Masked Singer, our first reveal was Lil Wayne.
Yes.
Right? And our first reveal for season 4 was Busta Rhymes.
Yes.
Like, I feel like they definitely do like to start off the season with a bang.
Yes.
But
with rappers specifically.
True, that's true. But like, well, I mean, he even mentioned like, oh yeah, I saw Lil Wayne and then I saw Busta Rhymes, you know. So I thought I'd be getting a call.
OG. The OG.
No, but yeah, I think that the fact that they could get Ice-T proves that, they're probably able to get close to the same caliber of celebrities that they can get for The Masked Singer.
Sure.
I don't know if every single person is going to be, I mean, even on The Masked Singer, I don't know every single person.
Yeah, no,
I didn't know Brian Austin Green.
Sure. And now he's a host.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I don't know. I have high hopes for this season. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
I hope for a living.
I hope Brendan Urie's on this show.
That would be great.
Please.
And I think it will be interesting to see, like, what types of celebrities. Like, will there be any famous... Like, obviously Ice-T was on there, but sort of known for being more of a rapper. So, like, will there be any pure singers on here? You know, as opposed... Because they have The Masked Singer as an option.
Yeah. Well, I will say, I believe it was for Exotic Bird.
Yes.
One of the panelists guessed Jennifer Hudson.
Yes.
And I think that would be interesting because she has such a gorgeous voice.
And she has such like a I feel like it'd be hard recognizable.
Voice.
Yeah.
So I think for people like that, they might want to be like, oh, I want to go on one of these shows, but I don't want to be guessed immediately.
Yeah, no, totally.
You know? So, but at the same time, it's like, I can't name that many famous dancers.
Yeah.
You know, unless it's like Misty Copeland. And even then, if she did something that wasn't ballet, I wouldn't know who she was, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Like, so yeah, I don't know. I think this will be really interesting because they could pull more from the dance community and then it'll probably be a little more niche.
Yeah.
Or they could do pure celebrities just doing their best.
Yeah. And judging the level of dancing we got, I have a feeling it's going to be more of the latter.
I agree.
Because I don't think we saw someone who were like, we're for sure, this person is a professional dancer.
For
like,
sure.
that is what they do.
We didn't see someone who was like in An American in Paris, you know?
Yeah, sure. Or even someone like a Julianne Hough, who a lot of people would know, but who is also... like
a good dancer.
A good dancer. So I think it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see the next group, see all the costumes, see how they dance, see who they are.
Absolutely.
Yes, and also called it for Ice-T. So
well,
to be fair, I said it was one of the T's because another person was Mr. T that I was thinking.
yeah, that's definitely fair.
Yeah, but I'm excited. Anything else you have, Lauren, that you want to talk about?
I don't think so. But yeah, we're so excited to jump into this next season.
We're delighted.
We are probably going to release this episode a little early because the episode was earlier.
Yes.
But all of our other ones will be released on Friday as usual because the show is going to be airing on Wednesday.
Yes, correct. And yeah, sorry we're a couple days late. We had a bit of a busy schedule. Lauren was working, etc., so we could not watch it until now. But yeah, we will be consistent with our uploads for the upcoming season. Only 10 contestants, which makes me think it'll probably be a short
episodes,
season.
8 episodes?
7 or 8 is
so.
Is
but you know, I
probably
mean,
the
I guess it's a pilot season.
Yeah,
in a way.
exactly. Trying to test it out, see how it'll do.
Yeah. So anyway, we're so excited that you're joining us for this season of The Masked Dancer, and we will see you next week.
On with that,
The Masked Singer and Dancer podcast.